All right. Today we're gonna talk shit about Hawaii. Why you shouldn't move to Hawaii. You gotta watch this video before you move to Hawaii or before you buy a house in Hawaii. We're gonna be as negative as possible and just bang through it.
So we're doing some quick hitters today. I know we've done it. You probably watched us do a pros and cons video. Today we just are sticking to cons only.
Cons and cons.
Cons and cons only. So thumbs down, thumbs down.
Cons and cons.
Yeah.
That's the thumbnail. Cons and cons. Don't move to Kailua if you don't like a higher average price point.
Yeah. Don't move to Kailua if this is hard. I'm like trying to like toe the line of like be negative but not too negative.
Be negative.
Okay, but like certain stuff you cannot say. Like
you don't like disadvantageous flood zones near the ocean.
Yeah. Don't move to Kailua if you're not a fan of people who don't live in your area being in your area all the time.
Yeah. Kailua, like just this morning I was telling Kai to go because they just got to the island. I was like, go to Cinnamon's or Boots and Kimos. But I was like, be prepared to wait for a solid hour. Like, get a musubi, eat that while you wait, and then eat breakfast.
Yeah. Don't move to Kailua if you don't like crowds.
Don't move to Kailua if you don't like flatness, for the most part.
Yeah.
Enchanted Lake, Coconut Grove. I mean, it's not super flat, but it's more flat than a lot of Hawaii.
Yeah. Don't move to Kailua if...
Move to Kailua if you like less shakas. Like, part of the reason you move here is the aloha, and I'm not saying Kailua is a rude place. Actually, it can be an amazing place, but just the average is a little bit less. Yeah, shoots. It's just a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe like don't move to Kailua if your goal is to be super integrated in local culture. Like,
there you go.
If you want to be super immersed in local culture, maybe don't move to Kailua.
Yeah, but I think for a lot of people, it's the right average. Like they ain't trying to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not to say there's no locals in Kailua. There are.
Yeah.
But like.
And the ones who are local will let you know, like,
yeah,
bruh, my grandma had this land. Don't you ever talk about Kailua. Yeah. Okay. Don't move to Kailua if you don't like a little bit more rain. I mean, it's not Kaneohe Huimanu wet, but it's wetter than most of the island.
Yeah. Don't move to Kailua if you don't like really fine sand.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like my number one pet peeve about Kailua.
Don't move to Kailua if you don't like people biking all around when the infrastructure is not built for.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we have a bike lane.
Yeah.
But they definitely biking.
Don't move to Kailua if you're not an attentive driver who will pay attention to pedestrians and bikes. So me, that's why I cannot live at Kailua.
Don't move to Kailua if you value people not parking on the street, because depends where, but a lot of the places like tourist traffic, pass through traffic. You try to go to the beach, you cannot really go beach. Like, that's the thing. People move to Kailua like, oh, the beach is so amazing. It's flat and it's walkable, and it's one of Hawaii's only like beach towns, to be positive, right?
Yeah.
Which is a whole different topic. We have like Haleiwa surf, but like
a walkable
place where you
town.
like live. Walk,
live, work, play,
and just walk to the beach. Kailua is like the one. That's why so many people want to be there. But but if you live like Mauka, Kailua, towards the mountain, like Monowiri, and even Enchanted Lake, if you're further like Hillcrest, like to drive down to the beach where you can park.
Yeah. If you want to, you would have to ride your bike. But even then, that's too far to ride my bike. Don't move to Kailua if you don't want to hear people talking about Obama.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Everybody talks about Obama.
Really?
Especially if you go to like island snow, if you get shaved ice. Obama comes here.
Oh, yeah. Because they have like the Obama cone or whatever.
Yeah. And they're like...
But I feel like politically, although Hawaii's blue more so, get some red flag waivers in Kailua. Like,
not for the most part.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Because don't move to Kailua if you don't like sort of a hippie vibe. Like, you don't want like drum circles. It's not that bad. Like,
it's not like Maui, you know. Yeah, it's not like Paia.
It's not like true hippie town. It's not like Berkeley. It's Humboldt.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna see Birkenstocks.
Yeah,
in Kailua. Yeah,
there's probably a store that sells crystals.
Oh yeah, it's called Lemuria. And Joey and I go there all the time.
Don't you ever know the store?
They close at 6 p.m. So
we had a joke. Kailua is the place where people wear shoes in the house and then take them off to go out.
Yeah, for grounding.
Which is the joke, because like culturally, people from Hawaii don't wear shoes in the house.
Yeah.
But then like someone who may have a crystal in their house may really want to be grounded.
Yeah.
The electrons when they go there.
Yeah.
All right. I think we tore up Kailua enough. What's next? Hey, we gotta have a little sprinkle of aloha at the end or beginning of these. Like, this is fun and educational. We could obviously Kailua is amazing.
We could spend way more time going on positives, but that's not what we're doing today.
That's not what we're here for. And that goes for every one of these neighborhoods or topics or whatever we get thrown at us, because I don't know what's being thrown at us.
Yeah.
Waianae. Don't move to Waianae if you don't like traffic.
Oh yeah.
The worst traffic on the island.
Don't move to Waianae if houselessness bothers you.
Houselessness, yeah. Don't move to Waianae if you don't prefer lower average price points. Lower than average price, lower than the median average. Let's leave it at that, because you got to skate around those. You know what? I want to put this one first and foremost, because this one is actually a sensitive topic for me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, kahale. You know what I mean? Like, I love you, Waianae. Let me just put it at that. Like,
yeah. When my babies aren't with me.
I want to speak positive. I don't even want to go negative on Waianae.
I know, it's hard.
Don't move to Waianae if you don't like those shades. What are those shades?
Oh, what?
No,
the vipers.
is that what it's called?
Wait, the big ones.
Don't you? What, you think you're on welder right now?
I just say, I think typically white frames, yeah. Like,
White frames.
White frames always.
Yeah, don't move to Waianae if you don't like lifted trucks.
Oh yeah, if you don't like, please don't move to Hawaii if you don't like lifted trucks. But
People
especially
don't know
Waianae.
that Hawaii is like a little bit redneck.
Oh yeah.
You know,
You're gonna have
hunting,
lifted truck,
fishing.
Yeah, you're gonna have pig in the back of the truck, or
Pig,
maybe your kids in the back of the truck
with
like,
the pig.
With the pig.
Poi dogs.
Yeah.
Don't move to Waianae if you don't like. Don't move to Waianae if you don't like hunting.
Yeah. Or like
Fishing.
Yeah.
Beach parties.
Yeah.
Tent. I'm talking tent. If you don't move to Waianae, if you don't want to go beach, because if you go Kailua, it's not like get on 20 by 20 tarp that they had to set up.
Yeah.
With scaffolding and blasting music with a generator. Like, that's not Kailua vibes, right?
That's a Waianae wedding. Or baby luau.
But I don't know that I'm saying anything negative. I want to.
I know. I like that. That's fun for me. But
life.
people don't. Not everybody wants that. But
that's true. Not everyone wants that.
Don't move to Waianae if you don't got aloha, because it's just you will be.
You need to reciprocate aloha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't move to Waianae if you don't have street smart. You know? Don't move to Waianae if you don't like bangas. Shout out Max Holloway.
Yeah, if you hate
Waianae
MMA,
boxing gym.
You hate MMA, you hate boxing, you hate fighting. You hate, the Waianae ain't for you. Waianae ain't for you.
Yeah. Hey, don't move to Waianae if you don't like fireworks.
Oh,
yes, yes.
Bro, I'm like, who doesn't like any of these things? Like,
hey, but you don't like fireworks and you trying to sleep.
Don't move to Waianae if you got asthma, I guess, right? Like, if you have respiratory issues. Because this goes off. Yeah, don't move to Waianae if you have, because maybe you moved out there because there's a big yard and you can actually get a yard and dogs, dogs can play in the yard. And now fireworks going off. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Don't move to Waianae if you like having more grocery stores around. For real, because if you live don't move to Waianae if you want to be close to
to the things. Yeah. Well, Nanakuli, not too bad because you can shoot right into Kapolei. Yeah. If you're in Waianae, or even Mairi, like Mairi people probably still go Kapolei, but once you're in Waianae, it's Tamura's. Yeah. That's the only Sack and Save. Sack and Save is more. Yeah, it's too early, Yeah, Sack and Save and Tamura's. Yeah. But if you want. Wait, is there even. No, Foodland is Sack and Save, right? No. No, that is same, right? No. Yeah, same. No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it is. No, it's not. Is it? Same owners. Yeah. Oh, same owners. Yeah, but so it's not the same product. Kind of stuff. Well, you can use my Cut You card at Sack and Save. If you can't use my Cut You card at Sack and Save, I win. Oh my God. I was going to Google it, but my phone fell on the ground. You can't, yeah. Sack and Save is mainland too, though, right? Sack and Save, I know, like, the Sullivan family bought it. They acquired it. So. Anyway. Don't you ever. Let's not do another Derek and Mahe feud over Sack and Save. Okay, don't move to Waianae if you don't like heat. Oh yeah, don't move to Waianae if
if you like rainy weather. If
Dry.
you don't like dry, don't move to Waianae.
Yeah, the mountains. Sometimes we cue Makaha footage when we went and had amazing rainbow or waterfalls
What?
last winter,
Oh,
or it was like January. Yeah, January. Like,
I don't think I've ever seen it like that.
gorgeous. Like imagine Makaha, all green. Like how many waterfalls? Like just multiple, but
That's not normal.
Few days a year.
Yeah.
Cue the dryness. We really need some chapstick on Waianae Mountains. Don't move to Waianae if you don't like brush fires.
Yeah. Don't move to Waianae if you got like you need special health care and you need to be close to a hospital.
Waianae comp, yeah. Yeah, if you're retired and you might be looking at like Mauna Olu or Makaha Valley, beautiful, but
Emergency care.
Don't you ever have a heart attack? Because it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. What else? Waianae. Don't move to Waianae if you don't like the most beautiful beaches in the world.
Yeah. Just don't move to Waianae if you're an asshole, because I love Waianae and let's keep it beautiful.
Don't move to Waianae if. Yeah, see, I don't want to say that. I don't want to be negative.
I don't want to be negative about Waianae. I don't want to do it.
I think we did an okay job.
Yeah.
Waianae.
We love you.
Love you guys. Wahiawa.
Don't move to Wahiawa if you don't like rain.
Don't move to Wahiawa if you don't like your wife's car getting towed just 2 days ago.
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah.
By sketchy people. And the owner of the coffee shop walked her over to the toll place and was like, yeah, this is how you guys make your money. Like he was.
Oh, the owner did that.
The owner did it. And he's like Christian. It's like
yeah.
Christian coffee shop, It's like, you guys, how you guys make money, huh? Because they've been like humbug, hassling.
But that's a parking zone, right? You can park there.
No, I mean, to be fair, she parked at Walgreens a shot over, but within 10 minutes hooked up. Like,
jeez.
Anyways, our fault. She broke the rules. But when you drive into Wahiawa,
there's like 10 street parkings on that main highway.
And okay, so don't move to Wahiawa if you don't like people holding signs saying like God, God's gonna judge, you're gonna burn in hell. You see that when you go Wahiawa?
Not as often as I see the dominoes spitting those signs.
But have you seen those guys?
No.
There's a big presence of this certain church that's very evangelic.
Maybe I just like blow by it and don't even like look at it, but
before you catch on fire. Don't move to Wahiawa if you don't like older houses.
Yeah. Don't move to Wahiawa if like you don't want to be around like military, because all the bases are right there close by.
True. Don't move to Wahiawa if you don't like being kind of out what we would call country-ish.
Yeah.
But to people watching this who have lived in real country on the mainland, or they're like the lots are still 10,000 square foot lot is still like, oh, that's a nice big yard.
Yeah.
It's a quarter acre. Mm-hmm. And then we consider that country. Don't move to Wahiawa if you don't like a mix of quaint countryness and bars on the windows.
Oh, yeah, that is.
I'm not saying anything about the demographics. I'm just saying aesthetically, some people don't like bars on windows.
Some people don't like how that looks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's an eyesore, so.
Yeah. Hey, but we have an agent that lives in Wahiawa. We got Brother Ty lives in Wahiawa. I'm just saying. What else? Wahiawa. But another just quick caveat. Let's do our caveat because we have to do this every time. Wahiawa can be underrated. Like,
yeah, especially Wahiawa Heights.
Like up California Ave, there's a quaintness, and I mean, and
people don't realize, because when you you have to go through Cam Highway, right, to get into Wahiawa, and Cam Highway can be kind of like grungy, right? Like
Cam Highway is not the the best representation of what Wahiawa can be.
Yeah, if you live very close to that road, yeah. But people just will write Wahiawa off altogether based on that one road they're driving in to get there. But if you get up higher, you drive up higher, it's actually
there's some quaint plantation hitters with a hey, don't move to Wahiawa if you don't like, it sounds like I'm playing on this, but seriously, if you don't like fruit trees. So if you don't like avocado tree takes over your yard, and then your neighbor's yard tree takes over yours, or lychee.
Yeah. Maybe like don't move to Wahiawa if you don't like yard work.
Yard work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with those fruit trees comes rats and all kind.
Yeah.
Don't move to Wahiawa if you don't like cold.
Well, I mean, perspective. For me, I die and I'm freezing in Wahiawa.
In the mornings in Wahiawa in the winter, there are times where it's in the high 50s, like mid to high 50s.
Yeah, which is freezing.
And then it'll like get up to 70.
All the way up.
72. And then Hawaii, that's like
Uggs weather.
That's Uggs weather.
Yeah. Everyone busts out the Uggs and the scarves if it's like 70 degrees.
Yeah.
Me with my Sherpa jacket.
Yeah. You said rain, huh?
Yeah. Rain. Just like in general, if you don't like that wet, like your yard, like even can go all the way through the day and your yard's still going to be wet when you're walking through it.
Yeah, I guess depending. Especially that lychee tree and mango
during the winter season, especially.
Yeah.
You don't move to Wahiawa if you're an outdoor person and you want to spend most of the year being able to like run outside and do stuff like that.
Yeah, I live Mililani, which is kind of like it's similar weather. And there are periods of time where in the winter it's like good thing I have a garage or gotta go gym because it's raining a lot, but it's still not that bad. We're so entitled as Hawaiians.
Yeah, I guess.
Any little not perfect weather.
I'm not going. I can't do it. Like,
what is this?
Don't move to Ward if
you don't want to pay
extreme
$1,200 per square foot plus a $2,000 maintenance fee.
Yeah, word. Don't move to Ward if you don't want to meet your DoorDash downstairs. If you want your food dropped off to your door, don't move to Ward.
Yeah. I mean, by the time you go downstairs, though, all the restaurants are right there.
Yeah, you might as well just go do it yourself then.
Don't you ever DoorDash something that's on your block?
Literally, my friend was just complaining about this to me about like, oh God, like I had to meet them downstairs.
So don't move to Ward if you don't want to be around those kind of people who are...
I get it though. If I'm sick and I'm DoorDashing food because I'm sick.
Was your friend sick?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to go downstairs.
I get it. Don't move to Ward if you want to have anywhere to park other than your designated parking. Don't move to Ward if like a little like bouge, like concrete, bit of bouge, a little bit of avocado toast, mint in your coffee, which is dope, by the way. I don't know if you ever had it.
No.
Mint and coffee is
you call me bougie.
Don't move to Ward if those kind of things, that California layered over Hawaii vibe isn't for you. Because even more so than Kaka'ako proper, Ward is like there's like Merriman's, right?
Merriman's, yeah.
And like Istanbul, shout out Istanbul's dope. Thank you for existing in Hawaii. But you know, Ward's a little bit of pinky up. And if it's not that season of life, then you know. Yeah,
don't go to Ward if you're just like in chill mode. You just want to relax.
If you need a yard. Because there's people that make it work. There's like apartment moms and dads that make it work.
I know choke families who live in that area. But don't move to Ward if you're like a single family home yard person. You're just not going to get that there.
Yeah. Don't move to Ward if you don't like, I mean, just paying more for things. Like the price per square foot, the maintenance fee, buying
food
another
in the
parking
area.
spot. Yeah, eating lunch. Like it's it's a Whole Foods. Like, you know, Disney wanted to design a community in Florida. Whole Foods, like, you know,
it's like
designed Ward, you know, it's like, that's what Ward is. But I would want to have one day, our caveat, I'd want to have one, like a unit in Ward or Kaka'ako and one like North Shore or something.
That's my dream. You can't have my dream too.
Don't you ever. I said it first. And then like a Airbnb on the mainland so I can spend like October, November there. And then come back.
Experience
the colors and the season.
Yeah.
And then when it gets cold, I'm out. What else? That's true. And Ward is what it is.
Yeah, don't move to Ward if you're looking for slow pace more. If you're in that season
but see, then it is perfect for like the New Yorker or something who's like, that is slow pace to them.
Yeah,
it's like they get to feel at home.
I guess like if you're looking for Hawaii slow pace, if your goal for moving to Hawaii is to just have a different lifestyle, to live that Hawaii, you know, like relaxed, I'm chill, everything's mellow, then Ward is not probably for you. It's probably not for you.
Yeah, no, Ward is
it's like
modern city. Hawaii's take on modern city.
Yeah, it's like Hawaii's take on like a Manhattan, right? Like
the Soma, San Francisco. I think like the Soma or Embarcadero-ish. Don't move to downtown. I mean, we just did that video, and you didn't want to get as negative as me, but the people appreciated it.
Yeah.
Don't move to downtown if you don't like darkness. It's just it's like the most Gotham City part of town. So in Hawaii we say town, not the city like you would in New York, New Jersey, San Francisco. Don't move to downtown if you don't like dark buildings and just
don't move to downtown if you value personal space.
Don't move to downtown if you want clean sidewalks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had to 5-second rule Ward or downtown.
Oh God, no. I would never. 1 second, I wouldn't eat it.
If you basically had to, gun to your head, Ward over downtown.
Ward, 100%.
100%. Yeah. Over downtown.
Yes.
I ain't 5-second rule, nothing.
No. That belongs to the pigeons.
Pigeons for sure. Don't move to Ward or to downtown if you want parking.
Yeah. Parking.
If you don't like the smell of urine.
My God, Derek.
I mean,
that's true.
I'm exaggerating.
Not on certain streets though. Like,
but
don't.
Hey, when we shot the video, it smelled like
it did
right there, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying the whole thing, but it's just a different level of grit.
Yeah, grit. That's a good word for it.
Don't move to downtown if you don't like a certain economy the economy shifting from day to night. The nighttime economy is cash only.
Jeez, they probably do Venmo now.
They probably do.
Everybody do Venmo.
Don't you ever have a QR code tattooed on you? You're afraid to touch downtown, yeah?
I don't know. It's just I feel like I don't want to be negative about downtown because people love downtown. Like people who are from downtown love downtown.
We've sold a handful just in the last 6 months in downtown.
Yeah.
If you want to have convenience, walkability, proximity to work, and assuming you work in town in the city, all that stuff.
Without being like so.
Without being in Ward, without being so pinky up and paying triple the price.
Yeah.
And both the price per square foot and the maintenance fee. Downtown's it. Honestly, until I started doing real estate, I didn't see any value in downtown. But now I'm like, I could see, I could make it happen.
Yeah, it's like it has all the same stuff that Ward has, just because you got nice stuff in downtown now. Yeah, they have actually Lucky Belly, all these places
the
Lucky Belly.
Bring your own beer dinner place.
Which one?
You and Kyle eat at? Is there a nice sushi place or something, and then you can bring your own alcohol or something? Like a bougie 4-star.
Oh, yeah. I forget the name of it.
Yeah. But there's stuff like that.
Yeah. There's nice stuff now in downtown and it's walkable and easy, but it's not
ramen, the ramen, there's a foodie.
Yeah.
Ward is too obvious, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's there's hidden gems. Megan and Mike, we went to this ramen place where I almost died because I was I'm Asian. I can eat spicy.
Yeah.
And I was sweating the whole time. Yeah. But they go to tons of different foodie spots there that are really nice and high end but not as expensive as Kakako.
Don't move to downtown if you don't like noise. In the day. It was quiet at night though.
Yeah.
But Ward is just a little more spread out. It's not so busy, but downtown is the financial district in San Francisco. So it's just
it's all hustle, bustle, and it's everything's close together. But that's because downtown is it's developed by multiple developers.
And
Ward,
long time ago.
But Ward is developed by one entity. So the master plan is they can space things out a little bit more.
Don't move to downtown if you want to be able to just jump in the ocean quick.
Yeah.
Whereas Kaka'ako, you could at least get in the water by Kaka'ako.
Pretty fast. Yeah.
Ward, certainly right across Alamana, whatever. But not in downtown.
Yeah.
Not any water you'd really want to get in anyway.
No.
Yeah. Ewa Beach.
Don't.
76 salt. Smoked meat. Oh, I got it. I got this one. What you know about Ewa Beach?
Can I be negative about Ewa Beach, or are you gonna get mad?
No.
You guys gonna get mad?
No. Our high school friends might get mad.
Don't move to Ewa Beach if you like variety in houses. No.
We'll get two. Get like,
two different kind houses.
Yeah.
Or two different parts of Ewa.
Yeah, I mean they're different. You know. There's old and there's new, right?
Yeah.
It's very.
And then like old new.
There was a 30-year gap in development, right? Almost.
Mm-hmm. Don't move to Ewa if you don't want to hear freaking blasting airplanes going over you all the time.
That's true.
If you don't want that air noise all day.
Growing up, it was just a thing. I was just, that's how it is. And then I was born in Pensacola, Florida, where the Blue Angels practice. So just airplane noise was life to me.
No, that's not normal.
Yeah.
Like for everybody.
Yeah.
Don't move to Ewa Beach if you want to just like open air and have breeze, and
it's hot.
It's so hot.
Yeah.
If you don't want to spend money on AC, don't move to Ewa Beach.
For sure.
Don't. What? Come on.
Because I can go.
Go.
Yeah. So don't move to Ewa. Yeah. If the heat, if you can't handle the heat, don't move to Ewa. Don't move to Ewa Beach. Ewa Beach. Don't move there if you don't like traffic. Some of the worst traffic outside of Waianae, Kapolei.
Certain spots not too bad though. Like hopefully you can get on the freeway right there.
But still, there's
traffic on the actual.
Once you get on the freeway, I mean, it's Ho'opili is good. West Lock is good. These places are better than other places in Ewa, but by large, when you say good traffic, you don't think Ewa.
Yeah, no.
Don't move to Ewa if you don't like gold chains.
I don't think that's like really the thing anymore.
Bruh.
That people like assume. I mean, Ewa's so built up now that like.
Don't move to Ewa Beach if you don't like mopeds.
Oh yeah, dude. You still see going up. Shoot, what is that? Fort Weaver? Is that Fort Weaver?
Fort Weaver.
Bro, I was like driving on Fort Weaver just the other day.
K&N filter, cold air intake.
Like popping wheelies on his moped. Yeah. I'm like, bro, what?
Ewa Beach, guys.
Like, I was so young too. I was like, why aren't you in school?
Yeah.
And why are you, that's dangerous. I don't think your mom would like that. Like,
oh, easy anti-mahe.
I'm at that age now where I'm like, that's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Chill.
But always in Ewa Beach on Fort Weaver Road, you're gonna see some like some hooligan, some Ewa Beach banger. Popping a wheelie on his moped.
Yeah.
With a gold chain on maybe. And some white rim glasses.
White. Oh, Eva's still the white glasses, huh?
Yes.
But maybe not the welders
no,
so
not
much. That's Waianae.
That's Waianae still.
What do you call that? Viper.
The Vipers.
That's what it is?
It was like a windshield on your face.
Yeah, it's a frameless windshield.
Yeah.
Don't see disrupted me. Don't move to Ewa Beach if you don't like the Monopole Man.
Does Ewa Beach still have a Monopole Man?
2 right next to each other.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big plus though.
Don't move to Ewa Beach if you don't want a community that kind of looks like a suburban Phoenix.
Yeah. Don't move to Ewa Beach if you want to immediately know you live in Hawaii when you walk out your door.
Yeah.
Depending on what side of Ewa you're on.
You could disguise Ewa Beach as Phoenix. I bet you we could go out and shoot video and be like, welcome to Phoenix.
Yeah.
And then.
No, for real. Like I always kind of tell people that when they're like, oh, because some people love that. They want to have like the same thing
Central
they're used
AC,
to.
Ross.
You know, a newer home, newer build, good central AC, whatever.
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. But like if you blindfold me and drop me in the middle of Ewa Beach after like a 5-hour flight, I would not immediately know that I was in Hawaii.
Like Claudia just got here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how she's doing.
They're in Kaneohe, so it's like
Okay.
Obviously Hawaii.
Yeah.
What else? Ewa Beach. Don't move to Ewa Beach.
Don't move to Ewa Beach if you don't like a grid street system. If you get easily lost, like me, because everything looks the same and all the roads just go.
That's easier.
No, it's not for me.
You rather have a circular.
First of all,
maze?
all the roads look the same. They all kai something kai like.
Bruh.
And
look at where
the
sun is, and then make your way back to Fort Weaver.
No, we are a landmark culture.
Oh, I see what. So yeah.
And if I have no
cannot,
landmarks, it's
turn
like
by the pineapple tree.
No.
Or pineapple tree. Turn by the mango tree. Turn by the banana tree and Ewa.
turn by the White House. I'm like, okay, like that's every single one of these
That's
houses.
chickens.
What? Well,
That's chickens. Depends where you stay.
where?
Yeah, depends where you stay.
Don't move to Ewa. Don't move to New Ewa if you don't want a strict association.
That's true. Don't move to Ewa Beach, old Ewa Beach, and this goes for Waianae and Wahiawa too. If you don't like the lack of association, I was gonna say that earlier, but yeah.
Yeah, I just showed like that like almost tear down, right? Like the flip opportunity. And it was like crazy because I was like, this is what a lack of association does, because you got nice houses that have all been redone, all remodeled. And then there's just like one or two that have like abandoned cars, completely run down, completely overgrown. It's like, that wouldn't happen if you had association, right? So.
Yeah.
Kihei.
Oh, going to Maui.
Shoot. Don't move to Kihei.
If you want to turn right.
No, left. If you want to turn left.
If you want to turn left. Yeah.
Don't move to Kihei if you want to turn left. Don't move to Kihei if you don't want to be pissed off at pedestrians every single day of your life.
Don't move to Kihei if you, same about the enrichment and culture.
Yeah. If you want that, don't move to Kihei.
Don't move to Kihei.
Don't move to Kihei if
you want permanent residents as neighbors. There's not as many.
Don't move to Kihei if like transient and like tourism. But don't move to Kihei if you hate tourism. Don't move to Kihei if you don't want to be near resorts. Don't move to Kihei if you don't want to be like everywhere you go, you're also eating with or shopping amongst or whatever you're doing amongst tourists. You always have tourists everywhere you go.
It's like a worse in terms of the negative sense. It's a worse version of Kailua.
It's a more magnified version because it's like what Kailua would be. It's what Kailua would be if you threw a bunch of 5-star resorts along the coast there.
Yeah,
that's exactly Kihei.
Yeah.
Don't move to Kihei if
you don't want like people walking with parrots on their shoulders.
Oh my God, there are so many bird people in Kihei.
I told you why. It's like that's like a Florida thing, and like it's like the Florida retirement beach place is like Kihei.
Never in my life have I seen so many damn birds.
But then there's like Wailea, Wailea next to it.
Yeah,
so it's like it's this weird hodgepodge of stuff. Yeah,
that's true.
Don't move to Kihei if you don't want to be bored. Like if paddling and stand-up paddleboarding and fishing is enough, but when you showed us like, oh, that's where everyone goes on Maui, I was like, you mean in Kihei? You're like, no, on Maui.
The triangle.
I was like,
the bars.
Yeah, like there's 3 bars.
Yeah. Hey, don't air quotes them. They serve alcohol.
Yeah, I mean,
and have a DJ sometimes.
Sometimes. Don't you ever put your iPhone in and call that a DJ?
They have a DJ playlist.
Don't you ever have YouTube ads?
They have trivia
at your nightclub.
Don't move to Kihei if... Oh, man, I had one. I lost it. What was it? It was something that irritated me about living there. Oh, don't move to Kihei if, like, you don't want to do something. You would expect, right? Because, dry, whatever. But flood zone over there, bad. Like...
Oh, yeah. Don't move to Kihei if you want good surf.
It's decent.
Get some spots, but it's not like it's surf everywhere. It's there's a lot of ocean. Hawaii has better.
Yeah, but there's actually quite a few nice spots on that side.
Guess right. Go down to like Ma'alai and stuff.
Further the other way, like towards Makena, there's Stofers. That's right outside the Andas there, which like fires during the wintertime. It's really nice too.
Hey, don't tell people, bro. Don't tell people. What about don't move to Kihei if you want like the cleanest, bluest, greenest water?
Yeah, it's kind of like sand. The sand, like like how it like churns up and looks a little bit dirty, kind.
Yeah, and it's shallow for far, right?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like a.
Don't move to Kihei
cesspool.
if you don't. Ew, that's not a cesspool.
I'm trying to be negative.
Actually, you know what? The water at the cove where we paddled.
The sewer runs in there.
Yeah. They were doing like testing everywhere. And at one point it had like the highest amount of like human fecal matter in water in Hawaii was over there. It was like anytime it was like, I'm not going if I have a cut or something because immediately staff.
Yeah. So. There's I saw a video of the river dumping into Kihei. Oh no, Kihei was actually green and blue. Then there's just brown. Ugh.
Yeah, brown water, plenty brown water over there. You know why? Because the side, the Ulupalakua, the hills behind, like coming from up country and coming down.
Yeah.
They cleared all that land to farm potatoes there.
Oh.
And then they realized they could grow potatoes in California, so they didn't do anything with that land. But
that's why it's all bullhead too.
Yeah, that's why I saw bullhead over there. So
don't move to Maui or Kihei. Be like trees.
Unless they're Keawe trees.
The worst tree.
Yeah.
Thorns in your foot.
Yeah.
Keawe is mesquite wood.
Yeah.
Laie.
I love Laie. I've been spending so much time there lately. I don't want to do this one. Next.
She doesn't want to. Mahi doesn't want to talk shit about anything.
I don't want to talk shit about Hawaii. I love Hawaii.
Yeah, I know. Don't move to Laie if you want to be near anything other than the shrimp truck and the BYU temple or the temple, the Mormon temple.
Yeah. BYUH, Polynesian Culture Center.
Don't move to Laie if you don't like football.
Oh yeah, Kahuku football. Like Laie, it's Red Raider flags everywhere.
Anyone who saw the Manti Teo, it's supposed to be Monty, yeah, but he says Manti.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
whatever. But Manti Teo, that's the community. It's a football. It's the football like zip code.
Yeah.
On the island.
Yeah.
Don't move to Laie if. That's really it. What else? There's nothing. Laie is cool. What else is there bad to say about it?
Don't move to Laie if you want something walkable. Like if you want to be close. Nah, it's like.
Not really. What if you want to shop anywhere other than Foodland?
Yeah, no.
There's only Foodland, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, they got a lot of great food trucks in that area.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Like,
if you want to eat out, there's not really places
sit down
to
restaurants, not really.
Like Ted's Bakery and Sunset Side.
Yeah. And
then you could like go to Turtle Bay to the resort.
Yeah.
And then you ever ate at Papa Ole's? Papa Ole. Ole's.
What kind of food is that?
It's like a plate lunch place in like Haula. Might still be in the EA, but it's pretty major. Salt. Like you don't want every.
Yeah, if you got nice cars, maybe that.
Yeah.
If it, I don't know. It's very coastal. Like if you don't want to maybe pay like high flood insurance premiums, depending on where in Laie you are.
Yeah. There's not much bad. I mean, there's just not much to Laie, period.
Yeah.
Like good or bad. It's just
like a sleepy
corner of the island.
Yeah.
With the Mormon temple.
Yeah. It's like God and football. Yeah. God, family, and football.
That's what he says on the podcast.
And I was like, oh yeah.
God, family, and football.
That really is what it is there. Yeah.
Get some surfers though. Just by the nature of it being North Shore. Yeah. Kapolei. You could really apply about everything we said about Ewa Beach to Kapolei. Except for there's not like the older houses or whatever, but Kapolei vibes are.
Yeah. It's just a different zip code, but it's kind of same.
It's like another Phoenix, Hawaii. Phoenix, Hawaii. Okay. There's Phoenix, Hawaii. If you don't move to Kapolei if you don't want to be homogenized, hot. There's a Ross. This is the thing. People, let me know in the comments or go get your wife or a significant other who might be into this or might not. People are either going to be like, yuck, or, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
There's a Target, a Ross, a TJ Maxx, and a Marshalls all in the same spot.
Mm-hmm. The Holy Quadrant.
Yeah. So.
And a Costco across the street from that.
And a Costco right there. Yeah. Home Depot right there. Movie theaters right there.
Down to earth. There's a health food store even
now. Food store right there. That's a long walk though.
Kapolei is like Ewa Beach, except it has like everything you would need. Like people in Ewa Beach hop right over to Kapolei.
It's more convenient.
Yeah, it's more convenient. But it's just like a touch further west.
Yeah, the commute it stands to be worse. But if you want to do things and go to things, like Lauren's cousin is moving there to Makakilo.
Okay.
So and she's like, I love it all. Marshalls, Starbucks, all of it.
Yeah.
But you definitely doesn't feel like Hawaii. And like it was just a flat sugarcane field.
Yeah.
When we were,
It's like second city now, though. They have like everything you need there. It's like mini
traffic.
town.
Not only traffic going west, but you ever been caught in Kapolei at like 4 p.m. when everyone's getting off work?
No.
Because it's second city. There's so many professionals that commute there to work. Between Campbell Industrial, so all the industrial and blue collar jobs, and then like the state capital, like second capital, whatever. Like state buildings and city buildings.
The DMV and everything's right there too.
The traffic is nuts.
No, I haven't.
Like to get from Kapolei to like Nanakuri or Ko'olina, what you think? Could take an hour on the wrong day, just to get here.
From Kapolei to Ko'olina.
From Kapolei to Ko'olina, yeah.
Once it did.
Yeah, it could on a bad day. But 30, 40 minutes is no thing, and that's only 4 miles or something.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? I don't have a caveat for Kapolei. I don't have like any endearment. I need to make sure
Well, it has all those things. Like,
but I don't like, hey, sorry, Kapolei, I don't want to talk bad about you. I don't care if I talk bad.
Oh my God.
Kapolei is so new, Like anyone who like grad Kapolei. Well, maybe they're not younger than you, but they're younger than me. So.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who grad Kapolei.
Yeah.
Actually, just our client, remember? And she was like,
oh, yeah,
I didn't even know. He went to Campbell. Like,
yeah. Shout outs, Rachel. Don't move to
Kaimuki if like narrow streetways bother you.
It's like narrow streetways, kind of like can only people street park on one side and then gotta wait for each other.
Yeah,
it's a grid. It's pretty gridish.
Yeah,
it's like 9th Avenue, 10th Avenue, 11th, and then there's thoroughfares. A lot of cars passing by most any house in Kaimuki because everyone's just traversing all kind of ways.
It's like CPR kind. Like
it's not CPR. Well, there are some. Yeah.
Yes, like. Even the place she lived, there has one driveway and there's like 4 different properties.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Not like choked land. Like
small lot
sizes.
Yeah. Older. Things built. I mean, there's some homes probably built in the 1890s.
What?
1910s in Kaimuki.
Yeah. But what's the name of that one little like it's like a store with like they make like plate lunches and musubis and it's like a convenience store. Do you know what I'm talking about, Kenj? Which is like a Kaimuki gem, and you can put your own lihing powder in your Slurpees there. Like they have a big thing of lihing powder, and you can make a Slurpee and you can add your own lihing powder for free.
People are not really gonna overdose on lihing, yeah. So it's something safe to put out
for free.
It's like cinnamon, nobody. You just can't take too much.
Yeah. Don't move to Kaimuki if you want to be, I don't know, far away from Waikiki.
Yeah, definitely. There's some riffraff that can migrate into the Kaimuki region, and then you have the community college. So even it's COVID-y right now, so post-COVID-y, so not as many people. And I think of Kaimuki can be both like anchored generational homes and then like a rental that's super transitory. Like people just kind of here on a whim.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Kailua or Haleiwa, but in a towny kind of way.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 things.
Hawaii.
You say the island, huh?
I mean, that's part of what it's meant to be like.
Yeah. Kauai.
I can't really speak too much on that. I don't know enough about it, I think, to be negative about it.
On Kauai. My thing, see, talking negative about Kauai has a certain like...
There's implications of doing that, I feel like.
I gotta be ready for bang, But you know what? Hey, Kauai, you guys can get it too. Don't move to Kauai if you want anything to do other than island kind things.
Yeah, man. Don't move to Kauai if you hate chickens.
Yeah, nene gooses.
Chickens rule that island. Though.
Yeah.
Nene gooses.
Nene goose. The nene goose chicken fight. Like chicken fight. Don't move to Kauai if you want to take videos at surf breaks because they'll break your camera. Don't move to Kauai if
you want to do something after 8 p.m.
Yeah, with street lights, certain places, because no more.
Yeah. Don't move to Kauai if you don't like red dirt.
Don't move to Kauai if... Here's the big mantra is like, don't move to Kauai if you don't want to conform. Because, Maui no Kauai, but it's like, half the people,
Transplant,
whatever. Kauai same, but it, similar in terms of probably the transplant, but it's like, even so, Lauren and
keep the country vibes.
No, it's almost like, and we're gonna get some Kauai hate. I get friends from Kauai, bangas, like I'd say acquaintance, Hunter, his dad's a main jiu-jitsu figurehead over there, and my friend Kyle from North Shore, and used to surf for Quicksilver, etc. Oh, I dropped something, names. My cousins from Kalaheo, Kalapaki, whatever, and my dad, young kid time, they were on Kauai for, his younger elementary years. But I have like 3 aunties and a couple uncles and stuff. But Kauai is like a mix of like country, like what Waialua used to be, and Wahiawa, and like maybe even some like Honolulu vibes, whatever. And then like Princeville.
Yeah.
And then multiple things in between, and like, get last names, right? Like the Silvas, which is my cousin guys, and then Concepcions, and like Kauai is a unique thing. And then the people that moved there 20 years ago, they're more local, like they're repping it hard. And
yeah,
Lauren and her husband went to Kauai, and what I mean? Lauren is Hawaiian. They were like, "Hey, go home, get out of here!" At Costco.
Oh my
some person
God!
Like, "Why you freaking holiday? Go home!" Da, da, da. And then I'm pretty sure the person was like, "Was that?"
I got called a effing haole on Maui once.
You?
Me?
That's appropriate.
By a haole.
That's appropriate.
Like a haole guy who like.
Why? Because you speak too good English.
No, we were like both outside Safeway. And I was clearly waiting for somebody to reverse out of their stall. And then I went to go park in it, and he like zoomed like he was going to go. And I was like, bro, like I'm pulling into it. What do you want me to reverse out? Like I done been here. You got to speed to get to it. Then you're not here. Yeah. He was like, effing haole. And he just like sped away. And I actually laughed because I was just like, never in my life have I was like, oh, what? I was like, what? I was like looking around like, did anybody see that? Like,
so Kauai, there's this like, so I've heard it called the granola mafia.
Oh, interesting.
But there's this like,
I feel like we're in the danger zone right now.
We are in the danger zone. But I give them. There's this Kauai. There's all the amazing. So caveats to each one there, but there's amazing. Kauai is amazing. Like,
it's my favorite island to visit.
Arguably the most beautiful island. I mean, it's hard to pick a most beautiful island, right? But Kauai is, there's this like, hey, if you can come here, like no super ferry, you know, locked in arms, all the boys, like, all the boys from Haina and, that surf the bay and Honolulu, like whatever, like, guys who I know guys that know those guys, right? Like,
yeah.
Well, I think Lauren was working super ferry, and then her friend or her cousin was in the like.
I kind of remember her saying that.
Like was actually blocking it, and so Kauai is almost like I think of like if I had to compare it to like California, like Mendocino, or like when you go down, like surfers in Monterey are self-righteous in a way that if you're from Santa Cruz, where these,
yes.
If you're from Santa Cruz, they're like, oh, you're from Santa Cruz. Like, you're a mainstream, like, we're Monterey, and then Mendocino, same like, we're Mendocino, like, far away from San Francisco. Kauai is like, bro, Kauai. Like, you're from Oahu, scrub, kind of. Yeah. And that's, I'm over generalizing, right? But don't move to Kauai if you're not down with those vibes. You want to bring your, like, purple Lamborghini to Kauai, they're gonna be like, bro, what you doing?
Yeah.
What you doing?
Yeah.
Don't live on base now, federal government, this is entertainment. Don't move on base if you don't like asbestos, if you don't like old houses. Depends where on base. If you don't like, and not on base, but government housing, if you don't like jet fuel in your water.
Ooh, killer.
Triggered. Hey,
warning.
Facts though.
Yeah, 100%.
Put up the fax machine. That's facts.
If you want to experience Hawaii at all, don't move on base.
Yeah.
It's all so insulated.
I mean, even when I was active duty in California, on base, I was just like, like, But if you got dogs and you have 4 kids, 2 dogs, and you need to rent and you need bedrooms and sorry, housing it is because it's expensive here.
Mm-hmm. Live on a cliffside.
If you want to do your own yard work, because you gotta have people clear out the bush and debris. Depending on the cliffside, don't move if you don't want to have foundation issues.
Foundation landslide issues.
Depends, like Palolo side of Manoa, erosion issues, geo surveys, blah blah. Like on Diamond Head, which is more of a hilly, pretty solid black rock all around. I'm not your foundation expert, but we got them. Napali Havale, where Jasmine guys are, solid cliff. I feel great there. Depends.
Yeah, it just depends where you are.
If you want a yard.
If you want to, I mean, some of them have a nice little perch.
Front yard and then.
Yeah, but generally don't move on a cliff side if you want a nice evenly graded lot that you can extend, build an ADU on easily or something,
I feel like people are obviously.
Yeah, duh. Don't live on a cliff if you don't like heights.
Yeah, and it's probably gonna rain more. Even if you live Makakila, it rains more than Kapolei.
Yeah. Elevation, rain.
Yeah. And my friend from Maui, I was like, hey, how come Maui's so bullhead? And he was like, well, aside from the clearing, we don't have the weather. We don't have these rain catchers. He's like, Oahu just has rain catchers everywhere.
Yeah, you got popping up everywhere, but not there. Yeah.
Isthmus, though.
Isthmus. The Isthmus. Google it.
December 25th.
I'm not going to tell you. What?
Christmas. Christmas. Oh, go there.
Don't move to near the beach. Again, flood insurance.
You don't want to pay higher.
If you don't want to pay higher flood insurance, don't move next to the water.
If you don't want everything to tarnish, ceiling fans, microwave,
doorknobs, lighting fixtures, cars,
film, especially if it's North Shore in the winter. You live Hau'ula on the water, big northeast, windy onshore. Yeah. It's just salt in your kitchen.
Literally everywhere. My family house in Wailua, right? We're not the street on the beach, we're the street right after that street. But even us, right there.
Gotta wash the car, spray the car
down,
undercarriage.
Always wiping the jealousies down. All the jealousies of the louvered windows, they all have salt all over them.
Yeah.
I would have a desk where I had my laptop and stuff that I worked from next to the jealousies, next to the louvered windows. And all of my glasses would have salt all over them. I'd have to wipe down my computer and everything. And it's just I don't even live directly on the beach. It's just big wave, sea spray.
Yeah.
That all salt, salt water is the killer of all things, right? So
my uncle guys used to live Haula where the seawall was the back of the house, waves would come into the living room kind.
Yeah.
And they would put up plywood and sand to try and stop it. And it was just how, this is postcard cute, picturesque when you're not having these issues, but it's just not worth it.
Yep. And it just
not 365, for a month.
Yeah.
What about living? Would you get tired of the ocean?
No.
Not me. It was the novelty wouldn't wear off.
No.
Because when you live Mililani and you get to the beach, you're oh yeah.
The novelty doesn't wear off, but you do take it for granted more.
Take a little bit for granted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in Hawaii, if you live near the beach, not everywhere, but a lot of places, you kind of put yourself in traffic. Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on if there's a beach park or whatever, don't live near. First thing to address, none of our beaches are private. So
yes, don't think that's your yard.
That's not your yard.
You don't own where the water touches. You don't own.
Yeah.
And so at the highest tide, if it goes to X, that's where the public can walk. They don't have the right to
traverse your property. Right.
But you cannot say that's my beach in front. Don't hang out in my beach.
Yeah. So don't move to the ocean here in Hawaii if you are expecting a private beach because you won't have one.
That'll be a nod to picking the cliffside because then people aren't going to be in your,
But that's what I was getting at. It's we got beautiful beaches here. People are always going to want to be on them. So don't be on the ocean if people near your property is going to bother you.
Yeah. If you need privacy.
If you need a lot of privacy.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to walk around in your underwear.
Yeah. Although they still do it. I still see them.
Yeah. Okay, what else? Oh, I can.
Oh, you. This
go
is
hard.
This is you all day.
Don't move to a resort if you don't want crazy HOA. If you don't want Karenville. If you don't want if you have advertisements in your car, because usually you cannot. You can't have Derek's real estate company.
Really? Even what if you park in your garage?
Garage can.
Okay.
Yeah. Same with Hoakale. You can't have I don't know the exact rules, but you can't have raised car. You can't have that. Don't move to a resort if you don't want to pay a maintenance fee higher than normal. Although I'll say, you get a good amount for your maintenance fee as opposed to some other places. Don't move to a resort if you don't like tourists.
Yeah. What would you say in this area is the owner occupant to not?
Yeah, if you don't want transitory or vacation, because
is it mostly owner? Is it mostly
30 to 50%? Depends on the community. 0 to 50%
owner occupancy.
Yeah, so Ko'olina Beach Villas, almost zero. It's a condotel. The other surrounding townhouse communities 50% max.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't move to resort if you want to be in an owner occupant heavy environment.
And also if you have kids and want kids to do normal kid kind things, we would say in Hawaii, kid kind things childhood type of things, like chalk on the sidewalk. Nope.
Okay.
No. Play in the grass in Ko'olina Kai Golf Estates. Kids aren't allowed to play in the grass.
What?
Yeah. No kids in the grass. Is it like that in Hillside?
No.
Well, there's no real grass anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, anyways, I invest in the resort. I don't know if living on it's for me, unless I had one of the villas, like Ko'olina Kai Golf Estate villas.
Yeah.
The estates. Yeah, those are.
Was that the single family home ones?
The estates, yeah. The estates are on the perimeter.
Yes.
And those, because more privacy, kids can kind of just run outside. Not your own, front yard, yeah. And then the back, you have yard, and then at least the golf course. Our coffee shop game sucks.
Yeah, we don't got good coffee here.
We serve a few good coffee shops.
Yeah, we don't got good anything cool boutique kind of fresh salad and acai and blah blah blah. You have maybe 5 different options on the whole island to look for.
Our food game is kind of weak.
Food game is
compared to a LA, New York,
yeah,
Bay Area, even Seattle. Our food game is weak. But if you like Asian food, poke, right? Anything rice and poke.
Fresh fish can't be beat, but everything else, we don't have anything super ethnic here.
Other than
to us,
one region of the world,
we got we got Asian food on lock, but we don't have
Hawaiian food.
We don't have Hawaiian food, but we don't have nothing foreign. We
have this one Mediterranean Turkish place, Istanbul,
so good. which we've probably talked about 100 times now, but
that's it. That's only one.
Yeah, it's the only one.
Kailua might have something. Huh?
No, I don't think so. No,
not
like
all
that.
right. What else? Bugs, scorpions, centipedes, cockroaches.
Yeah. Centipedes, dude. I just crushed a centipede in my house the other day. Ooh.
You did?
Yeah, it was on Instagram. I showed you.
I don't know. Forget. It was on Instagram.
Watch my story, duh. If you
boring.
The island's only this wide, yeah. You cannot just drive to go get a change of scenery.
Occasionally we'll get Hamilton will come or Boys to Men or somebody. It's kind of boring.
Concerts, if you're a music buff, very few and far in between, you're gonna get somebody really dope coming through. We do sometimes, but very rarely.
Boring. What else? Put us on the clock. We gotta be negative. It's not that much negative to say.
It's not that much. Takes long to fly anywhere from here, and it's expensive to get here.
It is.
And it's you move here and you're yeah, we live in Hawaii. Our friends are gonna come visit us. They maybe not, because it's pretty expensive to get out here. So
yeah, or your friends
expensive
want to visit you and your family wants to visit you, which could be a negative.
Also a negative.
Hard pass. Super expensive. We talk about that in this video already.
We're behind the times on a lot of stuff. We're always running a little bit behind things.
That's refreshing. That's both good and bad.
Can be good, can be bad.
We're not so woke and so politically charged, which is, stop being positive.
That's what
I know it was me. Negative.
We have Hawaiian time here, meaning everybody's late for everything. Everything runs over what it's supposed to go.
It tends to be that way. There's a passive aggressiveness to Hawaii culture that not and easy Hawaiians. Bah, that's not us, but local communication is a little more encoded, a little bit more like nah, for real, you sure?
Yeah.
Whereas like Boston, they'd be like, yo, your turn to pay, son.
Yeah.
I bought pizza last time, bro. Mm-hmm. And it's just clear. No one's guessing.
Yeah.
You have to learn the craft of this culture. And some people can be offended by it because they're like, just say what you mean.
Yeah.
I understand both. I was born on the mainland, moved to Hawaii as a kid, have my mainland family, have my Hawaii family. My dad grew up like speaking Japanese as a kid. But it has to be learned. And if Hawaii culture ain't for you, you're not going to change it, Traffic, we talk about. There's not really much else.
Job opportunities.
Wage disparity. What it costs to live here versus what the standard job pays is just, it's not too great.
Yeah, it's like what you cost of living based on national standards of like job or like wages. It's just like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Sunshine tax.
Yeah.
I think we talked enough shit in this video, but this video is gonna have. We keep it real. You guys if you watch the channel, you know that we keep it real. To the extent that we can discuss things, we're gonna be negative, like sincerely negative, not just clickbaity. Like, we talk.
That actually is that's kind of a bummer. Like, that does suck.
We talk about in this video. We talk about we keep it real, how expensive it is, poverty. Food, supply chain, like boringness, tourists.
Yeah.
We're local people, people from elsewhere. Like we get into all of it. So.